Greetings to all who are listening to this transmission. It is my absolute pleasure and privilege to bring the latest protocols and codes for our beloved pets, cats and dogs at this stage. However, our planet has already updated into the status of the new Earth. And of course, all the living systems within the planet have gone through these transitionary stages. Humanity is catching up, and one of the powerful points is that we update our relationship with the cats and dogs as a very, very specific energy on the planet. So currently, Antarctica is a very active transmitter of the new Earth energies for the planet. What Himalayas used to be for the previous civilization, that's what Antarctica is now for our new civilization of heaven on Earth. So the new grid is firing up, and the lights of the new creation into the core of the planet is illuminating throughout. It is not just the light as the electromagnetic frequency as we know it, but we are talking about the higher light and the higher electrical and magnetic properties that travel through the grid, and this is how you are receiving them. What happened recently on the planet is that the divine intelligence, so the format of the source, the creator, creatrix of all that is beaming the new protocols, and the civilizational templates are arriving on the Earth plane. So that's how we have received the so-called Nar-Gar protocol. G stands as a symbol of the new Earth. R is the light codes protocols, and it is part of the Armageddon protocol, which then stands and transforms into the Ariana-Mageddon protocol. So these are all possibly new things for lots of people, but we need to understand that everything that we used to know from our spiritual practices and the teachings in the previous civilizational pattern were very powerfully bringing us to this point. From this point onwards, when we start creating this new civilization, Divine is giving us the new protocols of the new codes and the new ways of how we build up this new civilization. Let me at this point just also invite everyone who might be drawn to this to join into the source force, becoming the embodiment of the source energies of the cosmic divine mother, creator of all. People who become members are undergoing the process that takes 8 days, where the divine intelligence is unplugging you from the old civilizational pattern, so all of your energy is freed from that and is plugging you into the new civilizational patterns. And then the real fun begins. So among the other incredible things that are arriving to us through the Nar-Gar protocols and the Antarctica star or Nar-Gar star, we have received this amazing, absolutely beautiful, totally expanded curriculum for our new relationship with cats and dogs. We are given information that cats originate as the transcendence of the energy of the royal lions. And dogs originate as a transcendence of the energy of the royal dragons. So they all have electrical and magnetic properties on a much higher level than how we understand electrical and magnetic. And they come as a fusion, completion of the energies that we understood as separate. So in the previous reality, cats and dogs were here to teach us love. Humanity has lost connection in the fullness with the divine. And the cats were here to teach us self-love, and the dogs were here to teach us unconditional love for another. When you look at the properties of energies that they were bringing, the cats will bring the playfulness, the knowledge, the wisdom, the ability to completely relax and be into the moment. Such amazingly valuable lessons and frequencies. We've been receiving them through the presence of these incredible beings. And yet they were bringing it as a royalty, as the royal feline or the royal lions. All of these energies of experiencing your own self as a royal being. You are the king or the queen of your own castle. And this energy of the divine cats was teaching us that. Dogs, on the other hand, were teaching us the fierce loyalty, the fierce love. The beingness of the dog showing the unconditional love to the master was such a high frequency that was teaching people to open up and rekindle with the love for another. The fierceness of the fire energy of the dragon came through the dogs with their incredible ability to smell, which humans also use, and the incredible ability to have the sound, which is the barking sound. The barking sound is the roaring of the dragon, is the fire of the dragon, where the soothing sounds that the cats produce, that we call purring, are the magnetic property of the divine pleasure and contentment. So all of these energies were present into humans' lives, and we want at this point to give incredible thanks to these beings that have chosen to be here and assist humanity in the journey into polarity, into the journey into the darkness. And their presence have been invaluable. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, across the time-space continuum to all the beings that have served in this fashion. In some other civilizations on Earth plane that were a little bit more advanced, the cats and dogs were treated differently. But now in the modern times, we want to thank them for their relentless presence and love that they've been bringing, and divine consciousness. However, it is the time for the update, and we are starting to incredibly step into the next level of enjoying our pets and connecting with them for this new civilization and for this transiting into the new civilization. So Divine is giving us through the Nargar protocol for cats and dogs the update in the ways how we connect with them. There are a few recommended aspects. Deeply connect after receiving these codes from now on with your pet through the eyes. The eyes bring the light connection. So simply zone out and be present into the eye-to-eye contact with your beautiful pet on a daily basis. That brings the light. Then connect through the breath. Do not be afraid of anything, germs and so forth. Bring closely your breathing apparatus to theirs and breathe together. Synchronize your breath. Synchronize your breath deeper. Share the breath. That is where the magnetic potency lies. So you're updating the magnetic fields. And then connect with them through the palms of your hands and place them gently on their fur. If you have been in the habit of petting your beautiful pet with one hand, please now use both and embrace them. The moment you put both hands, you are creating the heart circuit. Now their fur is being updated as the filament of love and light, which is becoming sparkling. Animals always had the power in their fur, and that was the way how they were transmitting signals to the palm of your hand, which is then connected to all the nerve endings, to all the cranial nerves and the capacity of the human brain. It was doing something incredible to the neurotransmitters, to the ability of the human race to jump levels when we connect. Now, when you place both of your hands, you're going to receive the increased intensity of these impulses and much higher frequencies through the sparkling fur of your beloved pet. So to receive the codes, allow yourself to join in together with your pet. Depending on the size of them, you may lie down and place them here on your heart space. Or if they're big, you can get them to lie alongside with you and just allow silence and presence. And you're going to visually connect with the torus imagery on your screen. If there is any connectedness that your animal would love to bring, they will also connect. They're very sensitive, super sensitive to energies. Just several days ago, we had a very powerful transmission, and this lady sent us photos of her cats, one silver gray, one golden yellow, orange. At the time when the processes were starting, these cats started wanting to come in. So she got them in and she said they glued themselves to the screen, received all the codings, and when it was completed, they just jumped and left. They're extremely sensitive to the energy, so do not underestimate them. Just completely allow the presence. Enjoy the connection. You're now being connected with the filament through the Nargar protocols. Again, allow yourself to go through all the processes to have the maximum benefit of the new civilizational patterns. Look for a moment at the torus field revolving, bringing the new completely into the 0 point, dissolving the old, and from the 0 point of energy, restarting these new civilizational patterns, the new protocols. Deeply, deeply, deeply connect with the divine source, through the beings of love and light, through all the configurations now all flowing to the earth, to the Nargar star. And if you feel after a while closing your eyes, you may do so. And just deeply surrender yourself to the new energies and open up. And receive the protocol. Nizajadari meha matakana na ueta lili. Esta barakatari kanatiti harshapatra dradradri mena tata kaleturutira tata sishi. Osta makanari rotora pati tira ridodo ramadi o mayanu. And breathe deeply and connectedly between the light language transmissions. Questa mashapatari adaujamazes esta parora ritocato nanakita kita kita usapare de Again, breathing deeply and connectedly. Sama, Shitora, Jabali, Liara, Rataramati, Takenana, esta coisa de desastre, Manaviri, era matura de Hamaru, Maduro, Yadura, de Nedidoma, Odura, Hashidini, Aduru, Badidi, oh, And again, breathe deeply and connectedly between transmissions. Shabbatazizia Roma, Inakelila Kutatasia, Warada, Runaruturu, Istamarakutai, Terra, Rujamanakatira, Rida, Rututarini, Yatasiki, Erabalili, Oh my breathing deeply and connectedly between transmissions. Shabbatazari, Roma, Redari, Roda, Dalilia, Tra, Estacanata, Takatani, Kana, no, when you that as a Gigi. Again, breathing deeply and connectedly. Allow yourself several minutes of integration or longer. We're going to complete the transmission. Give thanks to your master guides, to the source, to the royal lions and royal dragons, and to your particular beautiful pet every day for their presence and for their transmissions. They become like your daily meditation, daily fix on the high vibrational energies. Enjoy and co-create and love and live that new civilizational pattern on earth. Join the ever-growing civilization builders. As we are co-creating directly from the source energies, from the core of creation. For the highest benefit, allow these codes to sync in your system at least 8 times in the appropriate intervals. Allow, change and update vibrational pathways, cells, neurons, neurotransmitters, visible and invisible, coded fields of the new creation. Karaira, Karai Raman. Keep going, keep growing, keep glowing.